Okay, so now still in Reykjavik, you
against Robert Byrne. He was one of the most prominent grandmasters from the United States, and he was doing a lot of good things for chess in general, because he had some special comments every week in New York Times, and this was, by this level, it was very important, general for the American chess and for the world chess in general.
Yes.
Yeah. And he was also a very strong grandmaster. I mean, he was always playing for the Olympic team from the United States, and he was very, very strong.
He was considered second after Fischer, right?
In one moment, yes.
In one moment.
And his brother also, he was playing very well. Donald Byrne, yes. Well, okay. We played this very sharp line from Zemish, and we can say that it was more or less the continuation from another very important game that we had in Monte Carlo in '68. We played almost the same position, but here instead of bishop e6, he played queen a5. It was very, very sharp. In one moment, I had decisive position. I mean, completely winning for white. Very big time trouble, and I made a blunder in the last moment, and therefore it was a draw, and I didn't win the tournament. The tournament was won by Botvinnik. I told you about this. My game, very sharp line with Botvinnik. He was a little bit impressed, probably. He proposed me afterwards to be my,
trainer,
my teacher, my trainer, and so on. Bucharest refused, and so on. But okay, here he tried bishop e6. Now we'll see what happens after bishop e6. It was the improvement, let's say, better than queen a5. He tried something else.
Yes, d5.
Okay, after d5, he has to move back, and now we have a very sharp line. You see, he did everything right on the other side. He wants to open the game.
Yes.
And we have to try to have some very strong counterplay immediately with white,
Yeah.
So the only way to do is to play king b1 first, and immediately afterwards to play bishop h6. You wait a little bit to castle. Okay, he castle, no? And
Yes.
now immediately bishop h6. Okay, now bishop h6. In my opinion, by human play, if black wants to have something in decisive game, he has to give the exchange and play bishop h8. I mean, to give the rook there for bishop,
Yes.
but at least you keep the strong bishop in h8. The rook is not very important. I mean, you don't lose immediately with black, but you continue to play for initiative with black. Yeah. By taking in h6, you accept the fact that white is okay,
Yes.
and has to continue on the other side. And you have to try to do something here, but it's not enough, you'll see. It seems that black has a very strong position, but it's not
Without
the
the
case,
bishop is not
Without
strong.
the bishop is not good. Yeah. And now white is better in any case, you'll see, the game. You see. So he took in d5, I took in d5, queen b6. He played all the normal moves, but white is better in any case. In any position, white is a little bit better, So knight d4, rook c8. No?
Yes.
C8, and now h4. No, knight g2, pardon. Knight g2.
Yes.
Now rook a7. It seems very strong for black because he comes very quickly with the other rook in c7.
Yes.
He put already the queen in the b6, has all the pieces there, but
Yes.
he can't attack.
No bishop.
Very strong position, but how do you attack? You have no attack. So white is trying to attack immediately on the other side, h4, So after h4, he realized that after rook a c7, h5, the attack is almost winning in a few moves.
But
it's too much.
It's
The
working.
queen in d8
Yes.
tries to come quickly in defense, queen d8, f8. But even so, white is clearly better. Move by move, we'd say.
Because here, if you take with the knight, then
g4, and then you recapture the pawn, and you continue the attack. If you have the queen on the board, the advantage is decisive. If you can trade the queen, you have a small hope to escape with black, like in our game.
Yeah.
But move by move is better, much better for white in any position, you see. So, okay, h5, he has to take now. Now g4, knight f6, g5 immediately, very quickly, knight back, and now knight f4. Now you can't take in f4 because it's mate, you know.
Yes.
The only good move is queen f8, the only hope, you see. So now we took there, he took with the rook, now we took in h5, he took, and now we don't recapture immediately because he wins a tempo in defense. Bishop h3 is much better because we take back the pawn in any case, you know. So now what to do with black? If he takes in h3, he can always resign, you see, because he has still the knight in b8, very bad, you know. So, for instance, if he takes in h3, rook takes h3, knight d7, after knight c6, he can resign.
After knight here?
Knight d7, yeah. He takes in h3, the rook takes h3, knight d7, now he comes into play. No?
Yes, yes.
And after knight c6, we attack the rook, we attack the pawn from e7, is okay, winning for white. You know?
Yeah.
So, he has to find the best move, e6. Also, very bad, it seems very bad, but maybe it's not enough. Maybe he has a small hope, you see. So, okay, I took in d6. I thought for about 55 minutes here.
55,
and
wow.
I couldn't find something better than the way I played in the game, but it was good enough. But it's only move by move. If you miss one move, it's enough to escape, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I took in e6, he took in f3, I took in d6, no?
Yes.
And here he played finally knight c6, and it seems that black came into play. Maybe he can save the game. If he has time to put the knight in e5, maybe he's safe, you know.
Yeah.
But white plays here. So I played g6 to open completely the position. The idea is the following here. I want, if he takes, for instance, in g6,
yeah.
after knight g5 is winning for white. We attack the knight, the bishop from d7, we attack the rook from f3, and it's enough for a win, you see.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yes,
you
yes.
see? So now he has to be careful and to
you open
find...
this field here to put the knight.
He has to find the best move again, you know, very difficult in such a position, very unpleasant, you see. So now he played rook f6, I took in h7 with check, and he took back, and knight f8 check. Knight f8 check, again, forced, you see, because he has to take, of course, no? He has to take. Bishop takes d7. Now again, the only move, knight e7. He couldn't play knight e5. If he could play knight e5, is okay, but he loses the knight. After rook takes h5 check, he loses immediately the knight to check, you see.
Yes.
So knight e7, rook takes h5 check, king g7, check, also very important. And, okay, e5. Complete Zugzwang here, and he resigned.
Yeah, he resigned.
Yeah.
You have,
it's no defense. Everything was forced, you see, move by move, but in any position, it was a forced win for white, you see, by the best defense. He found always the best moves, but even so, white is winning. He has no move here.
Because we have, if you put the knight here,
if you put the knight there, after bishop e6 check is finished.
Yes.
He loses at least a piece. You know?
True.
Or maybe more. He could lose more, because after bishop e6 check, king e7, rook g7 check, he loses at least a rook. You know?
Yes.
And the mate attack continues, you know. So it's complete Zugzwang, and he resigned, of course. There's no move. Yeah. But very nice game, you see, very nice game, very important theoretically. In that moment was, you know, published everywhere.
One tempo.
By one tempo, yeah. It was such a strong impression that he commented the game himself, you know.
He was impressed.
For the New York Times. Yeah, and he said it was a fantastic game. I mean, he lost the game, but
for sure
he was pleased. I mean, it was a very, very nice
beautiful
game, of course.
Yeah.
Very beautiful, yeah.
Nice.
It happened, you know. But he was a gentleman. He was a very good friend also, and so on. Very big pity that he disappeared, you know, for chess in general.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gheorghiu.
Yeah.